There was a firefight!
When you think of me, you should think of fire.
The world of John Wick has quietly, or perhaps not so quietly, become one of the most engaging action series of the modern era. The deep mythology of assassins with the Continental, the High Table, and the secret societies of bounties and code of ethics between killers had made not only Keanu Reeves a household name again, but created event action flicks that have become must-see showings in the cinema for me personally. So after the fourth John Wick ended, and we got the news that they were gonna start a spin-off movie set between John Wick 2 and 3, starring Ana de Armas as one of the Rosca Romas, I was excited but cautiously skeptical, as I was nervous that Lionsgate would dilute the franchise. Oh, how wrong I was for worrying. The story follows Eve Macaro, played by Ana de Armas, whose father, a former assassin, gets killed in front of her by the very organization he tried to get away from. She manages to escape and gets taken in and trained in the assassin traditions of the Rosca Roma. After another successful job, she gets wind of a connection to the very organization that killed her father and tracked down its location. She finds out that this organization and the Rosca Roma have had a truce for many years, and that her revenge plot might result in a war in the assassination world. And when someone needs a problem dealt with that regular assassin can't deal with, who do you send? The Baba Yaga himself, John Wick. Ever since she burst onto the scene in her short appearance in No Time to Die, I felt like the world was robbed of Ana de Armas as an action star. This movie very much rectifies that in spades. She's so charismatic and likable in the role of Eve, from her overly eager and clumsy beginnings in the film to the non-stop, heart-pounding action that follows the rest of the movie. The way she uses her tiny frame to take down enemies twice her size almost feel like a choreographed dance itself, not too unlike the movie's namesake. Although, from the world of John Wick, Ballerina is quite a mouthful of a title. What, did Lionsgate have legal troubles with Disney by calling it Ballerina a John Wick story? This film is all thriller and no filler, in both good and bad. It might just be the most action-heavy movie in Hollywood history in terms of minutes dedicating to pure action versus dialogue, or at least what I've seen. It's an unrelenting action flick in its purest form with so many creative ways of killing fools. It truly lives up to the John Wick name. That being said, while Keanu Reeves is known for being a man of few words, this movie will not earn any screenplay nominations at the next year's Oscars, that's for sure. It's also not a very deep or original story by any stretch, but honestly, is that needed when we have 15 to 20 minutes of pure, unadulterated flamethrower action? I think not. What every entry in the John Wick franchise has provided has been more lore tied to the world, and this one is no different. We get more intimately introduced to the Rosca Roma and their edicts based on the Slavic folklore of the Kikimora, a spirit that punishes evil and protects the innocent. And we get introduced to a previously unknown assassination cult that has a deep past with the Rosca Roma. But perhaps most important of all, Ballerina brought back something that was lost after the first John Wick, the legend and reverence of the Baba Yaga. John Wick was portrayed in the first movie as a figure that struck fear into the heart of even the most hardened criminal. May God have mercy on anyone who got on his bad side. All of that basically went out the window in the second movie after John Wick's bounty increased, and somehow every low-class hitman was not intimidated by the legendary assassin anymore. This movie rectifies that in every scene that John Wick is in. His presence and name is felt and uttered under each character's breath, and you feel the almost mythical nature of his name. Something I hope they carry on in the next installment of the franchise as well. Whilst far from perfect, this latest installment in the John Wick universe is worthy of the name, and is another solid entry in the franchise. A franchise that keeps delivering stupid fun action. The frantic, undaunting action may take the breath out of some people, but it really worked for me. And despite it not being a masterclass in acting or screenwriting, it's no doubt peak action cinema. Therefore, this movie easily dances its way to a score of 8 out of 10 for me. Thanks for watching.
Ballerina cappuccina. Mi 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 mi. È la moglie di Cappuccino Assassino e ama la musica la 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 la. La sua passione è il ballerino Lololo.